Before considering the LANGuardian version 11 upgrade, you must first decide if you want to keep your existing database. Now the upgrade provides you with a wizard to back up and restore your database, but you first must find a network location and Windows share where you've got adequate space available. Now to check your database size, click on the gear symbol, go to configuration, and click on the option second down, check the database status. Here you will see how much data you're storing in your current database. Now mine's quite small, I've just reinstalled this system this morning. What you need to do then is match up somewhere on your network where you've got space available to store that database. I'm now going to upgrade my LANGuardian to version 11. Before you start, you've got to make sure you're running the latest version of the LANGuardian software. To do that, click on the gear symbol, go to configuration, scroll down to the upgrade section and click the option to upgrade the LANGuardian. What you should see in here when you click that is the option or the message no software upgrade available. So I'm running the latest one. If there is an update available, update it before you move to the next step. So mine's running the latest version, so my next step is to go back into configuration, scroll down to system, under the first option here where we can configure the LANGuardian, I need to change the software update URL to the one that's described in the upgrade instructions. So you end the link here with LG_migrate. Press save. Then go back to configuration. Scroll down to upgrade. And it should now report that there's a new upgrade available. So tick the box that you want to upgrade and let it go. So what will happen now is it'll download software, it'll install it. This isn't the version 11 yet, it's a version that you need to move to version 11. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how fast it can download. It's about I think it's about a 200 megabyte download. So you just let it off, let it do its stuff, and maybe revisit the update process again in about 15 minutes. Before you can proceed to the next step in the upgrade, you must wait to get a message like this on the dashboard. So just click on dashboards at the top and you should get an alert or message to tell you there's a major upgrade of LANGuardian available. If you don't see the message there, you can also go to configuration and go into upgrade the LANGuardian and check if the message is being displayed in there. So here I've got the message available, tells me there's a major version available. If you don't see it there, leave it for a while. You may need to come back in an hour, maybe even a bit longer. It does download quite a large update, I think about 300 megabytes. And if after a couple of hours you still don't see it, contact the support team. There's an option here at the bottom where you can get the details. So my system is ready to be upgraded. So let's start the wizard. The first part of the wizard allows us to back up the configuration of the system. So there's a link here where we can download the configuration file. Absolutely vital that you do this. You must store your configuration file somewhere safe. So if there was an issue, you've got all your settings, everything, all your save reports are all available. So you just click on that and save it somewhere on your network. It's just downloading the file at the moment. So now we go next. And we have a couple of options then for exporting the database. Displays the size database here, so we can do we can export the entire database, subset, or we can just bypass that. We can start again with a completely new database. I'm going to choose the second one, which is export a subset. Click next. And now we must specify a location to store this data. You need to specify a Windows share. So we can put in the IP address of the server. So I'm going to check again and make sure I've got enough space on my network. So I'll put it on this one here. Name of the server, domain if it's available. And I'll just put it in just check that share name actually. That's fine. I'll just put in the root there. and a username and password that has access to write to that share. So we just click verify and see, does the system have access to that file share on the network? So just do that again, just waiting for the disks to spin up. So it's saved the credentials, it looks like that location is fine. Let's click next. And then I can select whatever data I want to back up. So may as well select all the data that's available. Let's click next. And then export to database. So it says sure. And it will now go through the process of exporting the data. Obviously, if you've got a lot of data to export, this step here is going to take a long time. So now that it's been exported, you could also check and make sure that you've got data there. So I've got, it's actually stored in the root folder here, got all the data backed up. So you click on next. And we can now upgrade, so sure. So this upgrade, as displayed here, it takes about 20 minutes. It downloads some software, it extracts, it upgrades, changes the entire system to version 11, and reboots. At the end of the upgrade, there's an option to import your data. So we'll take a look at that next. So the upgrade is now completed, and I just click this link here to access the system. Just log on again. And the wizard continues now where I can import in the database that I previously backed up. So let's go do that. Our recommendation would be to maybe leave it on the Windows share for the time being, unless you really need to have the database in your LANGuardian. It's just another step you have to do, a bit more time. So unless you really need it, there's no need to import it in right now. Let's complete this. So again, we just verify that we can connect to this Windows share. Okay, those credentials have been checked. Let's go for next. And it's now ready to begin import to the database. So it's been successfully imported. Just click next. And finish. Now it'll do another reboot just to mount the database you just brought in. And then it's up and running and the system will be back monitoring your network and you can access your old data. So that completes the LANGuardian version 11 upgrade.